Alright guys, I know, my video is up really late, it's almost 10 o'clock, but my excuse is that I completely forgot. I ran a million errands today, and Mary and I went on a super cute dinner date, and I came home, I started shopping, I went online and I was shopping for Christmas, of course, and I looked up in the right-hand corner of the computer screen, realized that it was 9, almost 10 o'clock, and it's Monday, and I haven't done a video. What the crap? I completely forgot. So, here it is. Here's my video. For you. Sorry. This week we are discussing the topic of gender, which is always controversial. There's always it's hard to talk about gender without being controversial, but I'm gonna give you my own personal experience regarding this topic. Take from it what you will. I am not a professional. I've said this before. This is only my opinion, and it's my own personal experience. So, here goes. A baby beaver wrote in and asked our advice because they don't identify with men or with women, and they're having a really tough time sort of figuring out where they identify or where they fall along this spectrum or continuum of gay, of what it is to be gay. I think it's a little bit easier for straight girls, for straight women, to sort of follow along this cookie cutter image of what it is that they should act like. Of course they can deviate from this image slightly here, slightly there, but they at least have some sort of, ballpark. This is what everybody else is acting like, so I at least know where I can move around. But for gay women, it's a little different, a lot different, because there are so many different ways for gay women to act and to dress. There's just a million different parts to play for gay women. In my own personal experience, I've done most of it. I've been extremely feminine. I've shaved my head, worn, the baggy pants, and acted like a boy for a very long time. And I think it's really important. I know a lot of my friends went through the exact same thing. As soon as we graduated high school, there was a whole group of us that shaved our heads, and for years we acted like we were just, one of the boys. And it felt great. There was definitely a sense of pride, I think, that came from it, because it wasn't the stereotypical cookie cutter image of being a woman. We were going against the grain, and so it was something that we had to experience. And I think that in the past couple of years, I've started to come into my own and realize exactly where I feel comfortable. And it's always a shocker to your friends when all of a sudden one day you decide that you want to dress a different way. I mean, even for me, you guys know, when I started doing these videos, I had super short hair, I had bleach in this spot, I had black in the back, I had tracks on this side. I mean, talk about trying to find yourself. I don't know what I was doing. It was fun, sure, but I think that it takes time. It takes time to really find yourself and to be comfortable in your own skin. And it's okay if you don't feel like you identify with, with being masculine or with being feminine. It's okay. You can figure it out as you go. It was a baby beaver that wrote in, so I'm assuming that they're probably a teenager, maybe in their early 20s or so. And so that's the time. That's the time that you're going to figure yourself out. From my own experience, I would hang out with certain people and I would end up dressing like them. I would end up acting like them, and in that amount of time, I would just figure myself out. That's what I was doing. I was taking, little bits from this person and little bits from that person and trying it on myself and seeing how it fit and seeing if it was comfortable. What I'm saying is that it takes time, and it's okay if you don't know today if, you know, who you are and who you identify with. And also keep in mind, I know that I've said this before, but you're going to change and you're going to grow throughout your entire life so many different times in so many different ways. So don't get too comfortable in those baggy pants and chunky Vans shoes. Do people even still wear those? Anyways, so that's my video. I hope you guys have a really phenomenal week. I apologize again for my video coming out so late. I forgot. Totally forgot. That's it. And don't forget, next week is Thanksgiving. Turkey. Woo-hoo. Bye, guys.